Hello and welcome to my Facebook Live this morning. I am just checking I am live in the correct place. Make sure the sound is off on my other device, and yeah, okay, looks as though we're all good to go. I shall just give it a minute just for it to pop up and notify people. Okay, so this morning's crafting, I thought I'd use these Snowy Delights Creative Masks. We've had some others, like some flower ones and stuff that I've not used. I used to use the background masks, but I've had a play, as you can see, in my favourite colours, and it even matches my nail varnish today. It's a snowflake, obviously, and you layer up the colours. So it can be whatever colours you want. This one was, what was this? Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath. So it's nice and purpley. Okay, so in the pack you get 4 masks. They've each got a number, 1, 2, 3, 4. They've also got this indent at the top, and the number is just underneath. That is for you to be able to line them up correctly. So the easiest way, once you've got your piece of, you decide where you're going to put your piece of card. Just trying to see if I don't think I've got a pencil. It have to be a pen. I'll use a different colour pen because obviously I've already done this once, so I'm going to just ensure that I know where I've put in my card in case that moves. I don't like sticking washi tape on the card because sometimes it can tear it. Okay, so the first one you need is your number 1, and I'm going to place it so that the mask is so that the snowflake rather is at the top. It is in line with the bottom, and I'm going to just put a mark there, and I am going to, this is just, you don't need this many marks, but this is just what I'm going to do because I think it might be easier for you to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to do this one in blues. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I've got Pool Party, Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to try and add some Versamark so that I can heat emboss part of it. But as I say, I've not tried it, so I don't know what it's going to turn out like. I'm going to start off with Pool Party, and you can either move those out the way for a moment. You can either use washi tape and tape the mask down, or you can hold it. I'm just going to hold it in place. And then I'm just going to use Pool Party. It's actually quite dark when you look at it like this. So we might end up changing the colours around a bit, but we'll see. And obviously the harder you press on the blending brush, the darker the colour will come out, but you want it somewhat even. Which currently mine isn't. Okay, I think that'll do. So when you take your mask away, you've obviously got the outline. These can be washed in, just rinsed off in water, or used a baby wipe just to wipe the ink off. Okay, I'm going to try Balmy Blue. I don't know whether it will be dark enough now. But I'm going to try it, mainly because I've got a Balmy Blue card base, and if it doesn't work I shall find something different. Okay, so again, just line it up. And find. Just trying to make sure it is lined up. Right, looks about right. So we'll see what this comes out like. If it doesn't move the colour, then I will try a different colour on top. Possibly should have put this one on the bottom. Just keep going round and round. You can use sponge daubers as well for this. You could, if you've got the patience, you could use the markers and draw and then colour it. Well, it does show up, so that's all right. I'm not going to move it just yet. Hopefully you might be able to see it anyway from where you are, but I don't want to move it and then not get it back in the right place. Okay, so this one I'm going to use the darker. So this is Misty Moonlight. Okay. So this is going to be quite dark, but it's only obviously going to be in certain areas. Okay, so you can, you can see the colour is building up. Now on this one I did put in another colour, but I thought I'd try it, try and see if this will work. Try it using Versamark, and then heat embossing, but I don't know how well this is going to work. So just bear with me. If it fails miserably, we'll have tried it, we'll know not to do it again. Or we might pick up some tips on how to do it different. But it adds to the issue when you can't actually see whether any of the ink is going on. I could possibly, I don't know whether it would work. In that way. Okay, we'll try it and see. I should have tried this bit before, but I can see some on there, so if there ain't enough, we can always add some more. Now, I've not used my embossing buddy either, so I'm not sure how well it will come out. Okay, so you can see it is on there. There's some bits that I think might be a bit too odd shaped, which I'm going to knock off. It's made it worse. Right. I am going to heat emboss it and see what it comes out like. So just bear with me. Nearly done. Okay, so it's quite interesting in the fact that it's actually gone on to this bit as well. Wasn't expecting it to be stuck on there, but maybe the ink from the previous layer was still a bit wet, but it has worked in most of the places. There's a bit there where it's not got quite so much on, and but it looks, I'm quite happy with that. It's come out better than I thought it would. I just wonder whether, I think that has got some on, it just hasn't, maybe I just haven't haven't got it quite as much there as I thought it was. Okay, so, but it has worked. So I'm quite pleased with that. Right, the stamp that I've used on my purple one, Sending Christmas Wishes, is from the Pine Tree Trimmings stamp set. And I'm going to use Balmy Blue. I'm not going to use the, the Misty Moonlight because that's been actually covered up by the silver, which is very odd. So I'm just going to stamp this down there. Let's get some glue. That one's running out. Find one that's going to work. Spread that out. It's obviously had a bit of a bung in it, you can see there. So I end up with so many pots of glue open on my desk. Right. Just spread that around. Just need to get rid of that blob of glue off the finger. Oops. Okay. Right, so now we can either, I'm going to put some of these on, and we can either leave them plain, or we can colour them. This is a dark balmy blue, so we can colour them in with the alcohol blends. Just do some there. Leave those to dry for a moment. And once they're dry, we can add them on. It's not very straight, is it? But it doesn't matter. Oh. I never know really where to put those things, so anyway. So that's with 3 different colours of ink. That one is with, well, it did have 3, and then it had the Versamark, and the Versamark obviously, or the heat emboss obviously stuck to the darker colour, which is, would have thought it'd have been dry before I got to that, but there we go. So there's 2 very different colours, but I think they both look really nice. We've had lots of announcements with Stampin' Up over the last couple of days. Obviously, tonight at 11 o'clock in the UK, we start the 24-hour stamp sale. It also includes stamping tools, so things like the chamois and the stamping scrub, the clear blocks, this grid paper. There's all sorts of bits, so it'll all be 15% off starting at 11 o'clock tonight. Also, one of the really exciting things is that we can now sell to countries that are not, how to explain it, that don't currently have Stampin' Up demonstrators. So if you're in Spain, for example, you would be able to place an order through my website, through my online store. You would have to have it delivered to a forwarding house or an address in the UK, and then it can be sent on to your address in Spain or whichever of we do have some countries where they where we can't do it, so sort of obvious ones like China, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Afghanistan, those sort of countries. But there's lots of other countries that we can now sell to, but they do need to have a forwarding house, and it would need to be, it could come to the UK, it could, if you set one up in France, it could go there. Yeah, so that's useful because, like, you know, I know there's lots of people in expats and stuff over in Spain that might well find that an opportunity that's worth having. But other than the stamp sale, there is what else is there? There's lots going on. I will send out more details on my Facebook page and in an email. There's a new advent calendar, 12 days of crafting. We've also got World Card Maker Day coming up. So if you haven't registered for that, register for it. Even if you can't spend the time crafting live, you will get a free gift at the end of it sent through. So it's worth registering for. Okay, so I'm going to actually finish there. These are my... I'm quite pleased. This is the first time I've picked this up this morning, so yeah, quite pleased with how they've turned out. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.